Yo, this is Chris in Madrid, here on Madrid Videos with y'all. And next up, I got another list for y'all. And this one is of my top 10 favorite TV shows of 2022. I'm going to start off with TV shows. And then for the next video, I'm going to rank my top 10 favorite movies of 2022. So, I hope y'all enjoy my top 10 favorite TV shows. Like, comment, subscribe to Madrid Videos. Tell your family friends. Let me know in the comment section below, what was your favorite show of this year? Let's get to the list now, yo. So for this list, I'm going to discuss my favorite TV shows of 2022, and that means that this does not include miniseries or anthology series. It's just best shows of 2022. So before I get to this, I just want to say a few miniseries that I did enjoy for this year. You know, the first one, The Offer, about the making of The Godfather, was a great miniseries. Another one, Dahmer, Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. You know, that shit, it was pretty good about Jeffrey Dahmer, you know, pretty disgusting, terrifying, but it was good. Evan Peters killed it. And also Blackbird as my favorite miniseries of the year. Such a great miniseries. Check it out if you have it on Apple TV. All right, let's get to my number 10 pick now. At number 10 for my favorite shows of 2022, I got Severance. Now, Severance was a show on Apple TV, you know. At first, I wasn't really interested in seeing it. I didn't care to see it, you know. But that was my mistake, because I just thought it was a drama version of trying to be like The Office. But I was completely wrong. This is why you do not judge a book by its cover. Because I was totally wrong about this show. I completely judged it, and I should not have. And I really enjoyed the show. This was one of the best original shows of the year, you know. A great first season of Severance, you know. And Adam Scott, Christopher Walken, they kill it on this show. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. You know, that's why it's number 10. You know, it's got thriller, it's got drama. You know, it completely surprised me and blew me away. Let's get to number 9 now. At number 9, I got Barry Season 3. Barry is no doubt one of the best shows on TV. The first 2 seasons were great, remarkable. Even though this 3rd season, it's probably my least favorite season of the show, but it's still really good. Barry is such a great show, and I think I heard that this is going to be the last season, the next season, the 4th, which is really, you know, disappointing. I hope they would go on and on, but I do get it, you know, because it doesn't want to be like one of those Criminal Minds or Grey's Anatomy. It just goes on, no one fucking cares about it eventually. But, you know, back to Barry. Bill Hader fucking kills it as this hitman who, you know, wants to be an actor. You know, it's such a great show. It's funny. It's got crime. It's got some action, you know, and at the end of this season, you know, Barry, he finally, you know, gets caught, he gets arrested, so I can't wait to see what season 4 brings us, and that's why Barry, season 3, is number 9. At number 8, I got The Boys. While this wasn't the best year for superhero shows and shit, The Boys is definitely a standout, and I'm glad that this was really good. Better than any fucking Marvel show, you know, like She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, all the other shitty Marvel shows, you know. I'm glad that The Boys exists, because this show is fucking good. It's raunchy, it's funny, it's got action, it's fucking violent. Oh my gosh, The Boys season 3 was fucking hilarious. It was fucking good, especially the 6th episode, Haru Migi. I can't pronounce the fucking name of the episode, but that episode is one of the best episodes of the year, period, in any show. You know, it was just super funny, you know, the concept of this fucking, you know, orgy. Basically, half the episode takes place with a fucking orgy in it. It's so hilarious and funny and so great, you know. Everybody, you know, kills it. You know, Homelander getting more evil and evil as the seasons progress, you know, and he's probably my favorite, one of the best characters on TV right now. You know, The Boys season 3, I can't wait to see what they do in season 4, especially because they got my boy Jeffrey D. Morgan, aka Negan, you know, added to the cast. You know, I can't wait to see where they go from here. That's why The Boys, for me, is number 8, season 3. At number 7, I have Ozark season 4. Now, this was the final season of Ozark. While overall it was a good season, I enjoyed it, but the final episode, I was slightly disappointed. You know, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't the worst finale I've ever seen, but I was slightly disappointed by the final episode because I didn't like how it ended. If it was just a season finale, it would have been great, but since it was the season finale, the very final episode, they went for Sopranos like cop out, you know, copied basically page for page, you know, scene for scene, like the Sopranos, and I didn't like that. I wish they would have came up with something more original, more creative, a way to end it. I didn't like how the birds just completely got away with it. My favorite character, Ruth, she fucking dies, man. Like, what the fuck? Honestly, man. But Ozark season 4 as a whole was still a great season of television. You know, I just wish they would do another season out or do a better fucking final episode. But Ozark season 4 is still number 7 on my list. At number 6, I got Yellowstone season 5. Now, Yellowstone is one of my favorite shows that's currently running right now. I was super excited for this new season of Yellowstone. You know, Kevin Costner is just remarkable as well as everyone else in the cast. Everyone's remarkable. You know, it's amazing. You know, it's basically, you know, cowboy mafia, Sopranos on a fucking ranch. You know, it is amazing. I love, you know, every moment, every second. This would be higher, but unfortunately, since the season isn't over, it's the halfway point of Yellowstone season 5, and the second half's not gonna, you know, show until next year. So for now, it's gonna be at number 6 with the whole season complete. It could possibly be higher on this list, but for now, it's at number 6, Yellowstone season 5. At number 5, I have one of the most popular TV shows on television right now, and that is Euphoria season 2. Now, this is a show that I didn't care, almost like Severance, I didn't care to see at first. You know, it just wasn't really interesting to me. I thought it was a girly show, but this is not a girly show. No doubt, not a girly show. This is, you know, not for everyone, I would say, but if you're a teenager or young adult, you could definitely relate and enjoy this show. Probably the older crowd wouldn't really like the show as much, but Euphoria is a terrific show, and this season, I would say, is its best so far out of the first 2 seasons. Man, Rue, she is such a great character. Zendaya does a fucking phenomenal performance, you know, as Rue, and wow, like, this show goes to place I didn't think it would, you know. So it's funny, it's got drama, you know, that high school, real life, you know, drama, and, you know, and I love the message that it shows, you know, that you shouldn't do these, you know, hard drugs or else you'll end up like Rue and fuck up your life the way she did in this season. And it's so heartbreaking in certain moments, but it's such a great show, you know. Watch it if you haven't. It's definitely, it's not girly, you know, and that's why Euphoria season 2 is number 5. At number 4, I have The House of the Dragon. Now, this is another one of the most anticipated shows that I had going into this year because it's a prequel to one of my favorite shows, Game of Thrones, and I fucking loved Game of Thrones. And wow, this season, it was a good season of TV, but it was not better than Game of Thrones season 1. No way, no fucking way. Game of Thrones season 1 is one of the greatest seasons in TV history, and this is not even one of the best seasons of the year of television. But House of Dragon, nonetheless, still a great show. You know, I love the characters, you know, but the storyline, you know, it is a little bit all over the place as there's shit tons of time jumps and shit, but nonetheless, still enjoyable to watch. You know, fucking Matt Smith as Damien Targaryen fucking kills it. One of the best characters of the year, no doubt. You know, and I can't wait to see what they do in House of Dragon season 2, especially from that cliffhanger that left us in season 1. Definitely the best original show on right now, and I can't wait to see once again what season 2 does, and that's why House of Dragon is number 4 on my list. At number 3, I got probably my friend's favorite show of the year, Cobra Kai season 5. This was a great season of television, Cobra Kai season 5. I binged just within 2-3 days, you know, because the episodes are short as shit. But for this season, I feel like they extended the runtime a little bit, you know, like 5-10 minutes each episode from the previous seasons, you know. But I loved every second of it. It was funny, you know, it had some action and emotional moments. I love that about Cobra Kai, that it can blend that comedy, you know, with the drama, emotional moments, and it does it perfectly, especially well in this season, season 5, and it's still going strong. It was one of the best seasons. It's not my favorite. I think the 4th and maybe the 1st are better, but season 5 is still a great fucking season of television, especially the last episode. I will say the last episode of this season is probably my favorite episode of the whole entire series, because for Cobra Kai standards, it was fucking violent, you know. It was pretty violent, you know, almost kind of like John Wick, you know. Obviously John Wick's more violent, but it was on that level, you know. I was surprised by how violent the last episode was, and I loved every second of it. You know, you see people's fucking fingers getting chopped off, you know, the bats getting sliced, you know. Great fucking season of television, you know. Johnny Lawrence, Danny LaRusso, fucking kill it, you know, every scene, you know, and that's why Cobra Kai season 5 is number 3. At number 2, I got Stranger Things season 4. Yes, I love when Stranger Things is on TV. It's always great, you know. Season 4, this is the first season they put out in about 3 years, since 2019 season 3, and this was another show, you know, that's very popular, one of the most popular shows out there. And at first, I didn't care to watch it, like with Euphoria and Severance, I didn't care to watch. I thought it looked fucking stupid. The kids seemed annoyed, but I fell in love with this show, about a year ago as I binged the first 3 seasons, because I had nothing else to watch. So I decided to finally have an open mind and watch them, and I was blown away. I fucking loved, Stranger Things, It's so great. The 80s references, the feel, the cinematography, everything is fucking wonderful. And this season is definitely the best season, especially with the additions of Eddie, who became one of my favorite characters in the show. And spoiler alert, sadly, he dies at the end of the season. But nonetheless, fucking great character. And how he died with Master of Puppets playing and doing that fucking solo. Remarkable. One of the best scenes in television this year, no doubt. That episode, too, one of the best episodes in television this year. The last episode of the 4th season, oh my gosh. But also, shout out to, Mad Max in the show. Her character goes through a fucking lot in this season, and a great performance by Sadie Sink in this season, and Stranger Things is just a wonderful show this season. Oh my gosh, Vecna, as the villain, fucking one of the best villains of the year in both television and movies. I can go on and on about Stranger Things, but nonetheless, that's why it's number 2, Stranger Things season 4. Before I get to my number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Atlanta season 4. It was a good ending to a great show, a very creative show. The Peacemaker, John Cena, surprised me. It was funny as fuck. Had great action, The Terminal List, another surprise, great show with Chris Pratt on Amazon. Binged in about 2 days. Another honorable mention, Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. I was very excited to see this show, especially because it's from the same creators as Sopranos and Yellowstone, and it's a good show so far. It'd probably be in the top 10, but the season is not done yet, so it's an honorable mention for now. And also The Walking Dead season 11. While the season as a whole wasn't one of my favorites, and I thought this is probably the least best Walking Dead season of mine, I still enjoyed it, and it's a good honorable mention, especially the final episode. The final episode was fucking remarkable. One of the best TV finales I've probably ever seen. But the season as a whole kind of lacked, kind of dragged out a little bit, and I thought there could have been a little less episodes, but the final episode was great. So, let's get to my number 1 pick now. At number 1, for my favorite show of 2022, goes to Better Call Saul season 6. There's nothing that's on TV that even came close to this season of television. Nothing that came close. This is definitely one of my favorite seasons ever in television. Definitely the best season of the year, the best show of the year, Better Call Saul. It was so good. And another example, I know I said almost half of these shows in this list, I say that, I wasn't interested at first. I didn't want to watch it. I put it off for so long. And this was the perfect example of that, Better Call Saul. I had watched like a couple episodes, maybe a year or 2 before when I actually saw it in whole, and I thought it was fucking boring. I thought, oh, they're just trying to do another Breaking Bad, spin-off, rip-off. But as I sat down and watched it and didn't compare it to Breaking Bad, I started falling in love with it. Jimmy McGill, such a great fucking character, and all the characters are great in here. Lalo, Gus, Mike, all of them are fucking wonderful. The blonde, I forget her name, but she's fucking great. My bad. But it's a great fucking show. And this is the best season of the show. How Jimmy McGill, he gets arrested at the end. I thought it was perfect for the show. How it was written and how it ended. Definitely the best finale of the year. That episode had me in fucking tears, and I'm not afraid to admit it. This season, this show is just fucking great. That's why you never judge a book by its cover. God damn it, never. Cause if I judge all these shows based on the cover, I wouldn't have a fucking top 10 for you, honestly. Because half these shows, like I said, I didn't want to watch at first, or I was on the fence about it. But I'm glad I watched them, like Better Call Saul. And I watched one of my favorite shows now, Better Call Saul. It's not as good as Breaking Bad, but I do love it. It's in that ballpark. It's on that level. But of course, I always love Breaking Bad better because Breaking Bad's the greatest show ever, no doubt about it. Even though it's not even my favorite, but I can still admit it is the greatest show ever, and it is one of my favorites too. And also, but you got to check out Better Call Saul. If you don't watch any of these shows in this list, at least watch Better Call Saul, because it's got great drama, it's got great action, got great comedy, courtroom drama. It's got all of it. Great character study on Jimmy McGill, something that Breaking Bad does not provide. A great character study on Jimmy McGill. I feel like you learn more about the character than you do in Breaking Bad and Walter White. But Breaking Bad is more intense in that regard, and Better Call Saul is less intense, but still great nonetheless. And also you get some answers that you didn't know in Breaking Bad. So if you are a Breaking Bad fan, you must watch. I say you must watch Better Call Saul. It is important. But I can go on and on about Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad. Better Call Saul season 6, great, best show, best season of 2022. Now, thank you all so much for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe to Madrid Videos. Tell your family and friends. Let me know in the comments what you guys think your favorite shows are this year. I'm out. Peace.
Thank y'all so much for watching the video. Please subscribe to Madrid Videos, y'all!